in the NFL playoffs. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans.
That's my heart.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Jason Sanders has us ready for the start. Off we go from Houston. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And he's... behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early third down coming up.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. First and second down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a third and long. We'll see if they try something else.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Don't want to risk getting pinned even deeper, so he makes the fair catch at the 6.
At their own 7-yard line.
In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's the third-round rookie pick, Isaac Slaw. And he's taken down up past the 35. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why. Nice job there getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Goff to throw on first down. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and he's into the end zone. Isaac to Slaw. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jason Sanders on for the point after. He's got it. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Wild Card Weekend.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here we go.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. That's to his tight end, Jawan Johnson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He's got his man, that's Olave. And he is out of bounds. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one.
The 40-yard line.
Oh, hey. Stop. Why, Tony?
Now, Stroud. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. One quarter in the books in round 1 of these AFC playoffs. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal.
18. That's it.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That is caught, and a big collision there. Down near the goal line, keeps him out of the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and you got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
And that is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find find yourself inside the 10-yard line, you're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third. You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Shell. Here we go. Ready. Obama. 12.
From the gun, it's Goff. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Hold on. 180. Listen.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. He'll take a shot for Watson. And this will be incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Tiger.
In motion comes Thomas. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. He's going to look downfield once again. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A big-time play for the Dolphins. A pickup of 44 yards. They'll run this one straight ahead with Aiken. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. In motion comes Thomas. On 2nd down, Goff. Now a screen set up for Achane. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
To throw is Goff. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down.
Value three. DC. Whirling. Ric Flair. What?
They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That is Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Miami. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35.
2J. 11. Oh, right. 18. What's that? 19 Texas.
On first down, it's Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Stroud. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Second and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. Rolling right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And open downfield, it's Johnson. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
All right.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Stroud going to set up the throw. This one on target to Olave. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
First down throw there is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's second and goal.
What? At 18. What's up? It's foul. 11. 19 Texas.
Now Stroud. Forced to his right. That's the rookie third-round pick, Jalen Noel. And he's in. Jalen Noel. Touchdown, Texans. This one's going to carry him off the right upright. Get the friendly bounce. A mistake, but the doink is good for one. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out, per the new rule, to the 35-yard line. On first and 10, here's Goff. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline. So they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
13 yards on the play. And the Texans first down.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Blank. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
And Mike, and as bad as things seem, especially after that last play, the key to playing quarterback in this league, if you're going to allow bad plays to lead to more bad plays, you're not going to last very long. So it's the value of, hey, can you win the next play? And then the play after that. Those are the guys that really make it in this league, and we're going to get a good test of it right here.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard
Their
line.
own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Oh, and white zone.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
12 yards. And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. And he gets that one complete to Collins. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Stroud. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be ball in. He's got it. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Houston. Now Fairbairn for the extra point.
Naomi Fairbairn lining up for the extra point.
The front kick is good. And the Texans are back within 4. It's 21-17. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Deontay Hardy now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Christian Harris there on the stop. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. Here's 2nd and 6.
14. Black 20.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one out wide to Achane. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Once again, they keep it on the ground. And the drive will stay alive. He's got the first down up to the 44. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First and 10.
We go tonight.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. Goff to throw on 1st down. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Goff. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
He'll go play action with Goff. Moving to his right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break. Come back. Second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. He'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Waller. Third down coming up.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Formation for the Dolphins.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. From the gun, here's Stroud. That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Throwing is Stroud. Left side into the hands of Olave. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. Stroud. Now he'll air one out. He's got it. And he'll take this one in. Jalen Noel. Touchdown, Texans. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The RPO. That one is complete. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He's going to let this go. Downfield for Waller. And he will go all the way. Darren Waller. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Here we go.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. A throw right side, pulled in by Noel. And it will mark out up at the 34-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, 11.
To throw is Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That is hot. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 59 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal.
All right. Hey, uno.
Here's Stroud. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch.
And he will get into the end zone. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Houston. Fairbairn to add the extra point. And this one is no good. He missed the extra point in this tight game. Boy, that could come to be a big factor as this second half rolls along. So before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. His ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. A run up the middle with Achan. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, There was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Tiger, right? 20. Faster. Super.
Throwing on second down. Go. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this AFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is third down.
Hey, kill.
The man in motion is Watson. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And he will score. Christian Watson, touchdown Miami. Sanders here for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Dolphins will up the lead to 5.
Texans 30.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 20. Five-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On first down, it's Stroud. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The Pro Bowler the last 2 years, Nnamdi Madubuike, in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive. A second down throw for Stroud. Brought in. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
He'll get that out to Mixon. He'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Stroud to throw here on first and 10. And open downfield, it's Johnson. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is. And while he didn't connect for the touchdown, what I really liked, Mike, was that he kept his eyes downfield as he left the pocket. Once he saw something that he did like, he ripped it without hesitation. They just got to find a way to get on the same page in these scramble drill moments.
That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
Why, Tony? Ow, what's that? Hot. 118. What's that? 11.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. The right side to Olave. And he will get into the end zone. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Texans. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Now a big spot here for the Texans as they'll try for two.
The Texans will line up for the two-point conversion.
Stroud. And that is incomplete. They get the touchdown, take the lead, but it remains a one-point game. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here's Hardy. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. In motion, that's the tight end there. Well run with H.M. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Defenses always have to make a decision, Mike. How do they want to defend the zone read? Some teams want the quarterback to keep the ball. They want the ability to tackle the quarterback. Other teams, they want it to be a give read, and that's what we saw here. They were ready for it, and they take the running back down for a loss.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Offense having a tough time with this noise. It's 3rd and 6. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. They come to the line needing 6 yards for a 1st down.
2 for 1. 180. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. 5. 4 down.
They'll drop to throw. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 54 yards.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
Ball's out. And the Texans are going to come up with it.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is a turnover. You already are up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind, and let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory, and after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They face second down and 7. Strauss going to set up to throw. And man, down the field, it's Olave. And he's taken down up past the 35. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win here for the Texans. They are moving on in these playoffs. They win here at home as the number 2 seed. That means right back here next weekend as they'll host a game in the divisional round. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans as we say, so long from Houston.
MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want.
Project,
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. Ha! 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna I just wanna rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. No time, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my size. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5. That's my high. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5.